Here we have a new 2025 Toyota Prius. This one comes in the LED trim level in cutting edge. And then we have graphite cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 194 horsepower, 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder hybrid engine that's mated to a continuously variable transmission. But as we come around to the front end here, we do get LED headlamps, and we get LED daytime running lights as well, and a really nice look for this Prius, especially for it to be the base level. You still get your front parking sensors here, that nice, sophisticated front fascia with the LED lights. And I actually really like these wheels. These are 17-inch alloy, and they do have wheel covers on them in certain positions, but for the most part, I mean, that's a solid wheel. So, really nice look again. Passive keyless entry on the front. Door handle there. We have our power door lock controls, power mirror controls, one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors. Rear window lock there. And then we do get blind spot monitors in the side mirrors. Auto high beams, windshield de-icer. That's how we open the fuel tank. Hood release. This one does have optional all-weather mats. But there's a manual seat there. And I want to give a huge thanks to John Roberts Toyota here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Prius today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home though, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I do have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so sitting behind myself. Pretty good leg room here. Hip room's okay. Headroom's all right. I mean, I'm not touching the roof line at all, and I'm sitting in the seat. But if you want to have somebody in this middle seat, I'd need a little bit more space on this side. But for a Prius, great space. Seat back pocket there. There's a view of the front from back here. Then down there, 2 USB-C charge ports. And then we do get the LED reading lights throughout. But not too much going on back there with it being the LE. Child locks, lock and unlock there. And then there's the fuel tank. And the Prius just keeps getting better and better. We have more power, better fuel economy. We're getting 57 miles per gallon city, 56 highway. So incredible fuel economy there. And there's a look at the back. Love that taillight bar as well. Just a really nice look again. Cargo space, again, pretty good for this size car. You do get the top tethers integrated on the back of the seats themselves. And then we do have an inflator kit if we ever need that. And then I like how the cargo shade is kind of attached to the glass itself. And then again, we get the parking sensors on the back. Look underneath. Now, as we come around to the rear passenger side, quick look here. If you want to fold the seat down, pull the lever on either side. That'll fold flat, run longer objects through to the front. Very simple to just pop it back into place. And then down here, we do have covers that cover up the lower anchors if you need those for a car seat as well. But one thing I really like about these newer Prius are the almost like passive handles there. It's not like you have to pull. It's just like almost in the Corvettes where you press the button, it pops out, and then you can pull it. But here's the window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. And look at this price down here. Barely 30 grand. We also get a 6-way manual front passenger seat to match the driver's side, which is good. And down here, a glove compartment. Owner's manuals are in this one. Now as we come back around to the front end, we're just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And again, that is a 2-liter, so Now we're just gonna show off the blinkers. But next, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Feels good, looks good. There's the horn. Now over here to the radio, we get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. And a pretty simple system from Toyota in this Prius. Like a lot of their new radios, it's very easy to use. Everything you need is right in front of you for the most part. It's my favorite thing to look at. Here's the energy flow. And then all of your settings are in here. So in your general settings, if you want to change your language or units, you can do that. Sound and all that can be adjusted pretty easily. And I mean, there's nothing to it. You can use the navigation subscription too if you want that. Now here's the backup camera. Volume knobs here on the side. You can click it to turn off the audio. Hazards down here. And then we get single zone automatic climate control, so we can turn the auto on there, adjust temperature here, fan speed there, and then fan direction here. And we can toggle that AC on as well. USB-C port, this one is to run your radio directly if you want to link that up. And then that's for charging. You have a 12 volt right here. And then a little storage compartment while your phone's on the charger. And then you have a hidden compartment down below when you use that there. Bottle holders. And then for the shifter, just hit the brake, pull for neutral, pull and up for reverse, pull down for drive. And then while you're in drive, you can toggle that engine braking if you want to use that. Press P for park. So happy we do get 4 drive modes here, so you can see them on the screen. In front of you have custom, sport, normal, eco. And you also get a notification on the screen while you're going through that as well. And then your EV mode too, when your battery's got enough charge in it. Brake hold there, traction control there, electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage. Center console cubby space, 2 more USB-C ports. And I like how they did this. So if you're actually charging something and you want to run the cord up to your phone that's sitting over here, you have little slots where you can actually run the cord through. And there's a look at the back from up here, excuse me. But up here, I like that we have the soft touch button to kind of get everything working. Vanity mirrors here, do get an LED light, which is nice. But back to the steering wheel itself. Before I do that, behind, all the way back there, you can see the brightness for the gauge cluster can be adjusted there, as well as your trip meter. So you can show trip A, trip B, then you have the mileage, and then the distance until you need to do your maintenance. But headlamps are on the side there, blinkers, high beams, and then your intermittent wipers on this side. One time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent frequency here, pull up for the fluid. Now we do get Safety Sense 3.0, so driving support, you can turn that on when everything's activated. Lane keeping, adaptive cruise. Now you can go between adaptive and cruise or regular cruise just by pushing this button. And then when the adaptive is on again, with the lane centering on, you can turn on the driver support system. But set that speed there, go through your audio sources here, and then you can go through your track list or radio station presets there. Left side, voice recognition, volume down, up, Bluetooth, and then it's kind of hard to see because of how the gauge cluster is way ahead of you. I'm gonna try and zoom in. You can go through your options there in the gauge cluster if you want to configure anything. So a lot that you can fool with. Push button starts here. Finally, here's your key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Toyota Prius LE out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Prius here, I'm in the eco mode now. The eco mode still gets you plenty of pull. It still feels good in terms of the power output, but it just kind of keeps you on your toes when it comes to the throttle response, just the overall output. Now you have a normal mode, you have a sport mode. For the most part, eco will do you just fine in this car. But it's just such a refined vehicle, I think. Coming from the older Prius, I remember driving like a 2008, might have been last year. The car still felt good, but this is just like night and day compared to that body style. It feels luxurious, even in this LE trim level. The screens, how the shifter's laid out, even just this more leather feeling steering wheel. But I think the biggest thing is the ride quality. The ride quality in these is absolutely stellar. Feels great behind the wheel. You're not feeling any sort of, I guess what you'd expect to be just that kind of roughness that you get from a car that's this low to the ground. But I mean, this feels, again, so refined, so smooth as I'm driving it. Now, as I get onto this more industrial road, I still feel the bumps, but it's not like uncomfortable. They're there. You still feel like you're in a more luxurious car. And I just think that's crazy because this is a Toyota Prius. And for it to ride like this is, I think it's phenomenal. Now, as you drive, like, you know, most typical hybrids, when the battery has enough charge, you're able to go into that EV mode. And then when it runs out, or the vehicle, based on your throttle output, is like, hey, we need the gas engine, it goes into that hybrid mode. But in this Prius, going from EV to gas, back to EV, unless you're looking at the gauge cluster here, or you have a really fine-tuned ear, it's really hard to notice, specifically on these rougher roads. You can barely feel it in the pedal, but for the most part, I mean, it's unnoticeable, which is fantastic. Now, me personally, I have a Pacifica hybrid, and I can definitely tell when it goes from gas to electric and back. But this here is just, I mean, it wouldn't bother me just because the transition is so clean, so unnoticeable. Whereas in the Pacifica hybrid, I like that I'm able to tell. So if I give it too much throttle and the gas engine comes on, I'm like, whoa, I need to back off. Or when the EV power is gone, I can feel the gas engine kick back on, then I know, hey, I'm all out of the battery or whatever. Now, this isn't a plug-in hybrid like that, so it doesn't really make a difference here. And it does kind of make it just that much better that you have that transition that is unnoticeable, because you're going to be driving the vehicle as a hybrid regardless. This one doesn't have 40, 50 miles of electric range or anything like that. But I mean, the system itself, the hybrid system, and it's Toyota, you should expect that, but the hybrid system here is top notch. And again, in eco mode now, the normal mode gives you a bit more pep. It's not as kind of full on as the sport, but honestly, the eco does it for me because I'm trying to get that 57, 56 miles per gallon. I'm not really worried about how quickly I'm getting up. And again, if you want that, you can flip this switch twice and go into sport mode at any given time. But for the most part, 98% of the time, you're going to be in that eco mode, I think. gonna put in a sport mode now. Here we go. I mean, that pull is crazy. The acceleration in this car is very good for it to be less than 200 horsepower. But if you think about the kind of car this is, 194 horsepower is actually quite a bit. But I want to give one more huge thanks to John Roberts Toyota here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home though, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I mean, just no complaints about this car, how it drives, how it feels, even the space is crazy. There's just nothing that Toyota could have done better. I mean, I'm sure they could have, but nothing to complain about here for me, at least. I like how refined the ride is. You're getting 56 miles per gallon on the highway. And honestly, this is one of the smoothest driving hybrids I've been in. And keep in mind, this doesn't even have the Softex leather, anything like that. You can go up and trim, get an even more luxurious feel, but this is the LE. And this LE with fabric seats still feels incredible in terms of comfort, ride quality, and again, just overall experience here. The car feels absolutely fantastic. Again, your fuel economy is fantastic. You don't have to plug it in. It's just, it's a great car. It's not just a great hybrid, it's a great car in general. Based on fuel economy, the looks, the feel, and even the power. For a car of this caliber, the power is incredible. But it looks like I'm just gonna be caught in this storm here. For a little over $30,000, you really do get a very nice car. And it just happens to be a hybrid. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Toyota Prius LE.